The Biden administration visited FEMA on Monday and announced $1 billion will go to communities, states, and tribal governments to help communities prepare for natural disasters before they strike. The news coming ahead of the hurricane season, which starts June 1st, and wildfire season that typically begins in July out west. Last year, the Atlantic hurricane season was record-breaking. This year, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration is predicting a 60% chance of an above-normal season. We've already had one first-name system of the 2021 season, Anna, which was no threat to land. Overall, in 2020, there was 22 natural disasters for the U.S. that totaled close to $100 billion from coast to coast in damage, like Tropical Storm Isaias, which left hundreds of thousands in the dark here in our state. This year alone has already brought significant weather events like the winter storms that raced across Texas and the South. The program will shift federal focus from reactive disaster spending toward proactive investments. The administration also announcing next-generation climate data systems to help better understand and track impacts with the help of NASA. I'm meteorologist Rachel Piscatelli, Fox 61 News.